Hey guys, it's Dawn, and we had a wonderful ride today. New Year's Day ride, test out the V13 and Mount Baldy, and it was wonderful. Roger and I were switching out between the Master Pro and the V13 and testing out different things. Let's see. I really liked the V13. It weighs about as much as the Master Pro, but the weight is really well handled on the V13. It is shorter, it is slimmer, it is skinnier. I don't know, it did not feel as heavy as the Master Pro does, and they're about the same weight. So it just manages its own weight really well. I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't feel I did not drop it a single time. I was able to free mount it. I was able to throw it around in the turns at Mount Baldy. It was just really good. The only bad thing about it is that tilt back thing. It had, I don't know, ours is broke or something, so it has that tilt back at 37 miles an hour, which is actually 33 miles an hour GPS. So that is not quite accurate, but it tilts back, and then what happens is as you're getting close to it, then the pedals start getting soft, and then so it's like soft, 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 and you're fighting it, and then you hit that 37, and then it goes like, tilt back really severe, and then it drops down. But I don't know what determines when it drops down because it's not predictable. So I was trying to learn it because on my Max I can ride the pedal dips and it's very predictable. So it's like, not even a big deal, and it almost becomes a dance, and it's like, nice. But this one, it's unpredictable on how it, like, sometimes we stop and then it's still tilted back, and then it eventually, tilts back down again. But the problem is, like with me, riding the Bugatti wheels, I get really sensitive about when I feel the pedals start getting soft, it means that cutout's about to occur. So then I immediately back off. Well, this is starting to train me to not back off, to push harder and then ride and all that stuff. So that would be really dangerous for me switching between the Bugatti and the motion wheel. I'm assuming that this is my first time riding in an emotion wheel, so it's very new to me. But the tilt back isn't dangerous in itself, but I don't know. I don't like it at all, and I don't like having to fight it and fight the tilt back and fight the soft pedals and stuff. And we did everything that we could to try and make it have hard pedals, and it was not working well. But performance wise, how it rides, how it feels in the turns and all that is wonderful. How it looks is wonderful. I think it's a beautiful wheel. That handle up top and the whole handle and the whole front is like awesome. It's really nicely made. It can be used as like a kickstand. You can rest it on that, but then it'll get scratched, which is kind of a shame. So you probably want to put foam on that anyways. I don't know, but it was a really good wheel. Like, surprising. I was surprised that I liked it as much. I liked it better than the Master Pro by a lot. The Master Pro, in comparison, is it just feels thick and clunky and top heavy, and the pedals are much higher up, and then it's much taller. It's taller and it's wider, which makes it a little more unwieldy for, I'm 5'4", so yeah, I dropped the Master Pro and I dropped it a couple more times today. That Roger's not, so sorry. But the V13 never dropped it at all, and it felt like any one of my other wheels. Like I got used to it really quick, and the weight wasn't even an issue. So if we were able to get custom firmware to eliminate all of the tilt back and that safety feature stuff that we don't need, and actually be able to tap into all of the performance of the V13, that would be amazing, I believe. But seeing that they do have all of those really annoying safety things, I wouldn't ever get one. But it was a really nice wheel, and I think it would be great for anyone. Anyways, those are my initial thoughts. The suspension was good, and the suspension was good in a way that was very innate. Like, it just worked. I hit some big bumps that I knew those bumps were there at Mount Baldy. Those are specific bumps that I know to avoid. I specifically hit them today, and it sucked those up just fine, and without being obvious about it either. No like bounce or anything like that. It just like it was almost like a rode like a non-suspension wheel, except that in all the times when suspension mattered, it worked. The suspension worked, and it was fine. So suspension was good. It's a beautiful wheel. It's really nicely made, and it was a pleasure to ride. It was really good to ride, other than that tilt back thing. The tilt back thing made it so that it felt like when you're on a boat, and the waves and all that, and then eventually you kind of get used to the waves and everything, but then when you get back on land, you still feel like you're moving, like you're on waves. That's what would happen. So I would ride the V13. I'd be fighting the waves, the soft pedals and the tilt back and all that the whole time. And then I switched to the Master Pro, which I know does not have any of that. It has hard pedals, right? And it is in hard mode, but my brain and my body still felt those. So I even asked Roger, I was like, do you feel that too when you switch back? And he felt it too. So it's like, it messes with your brain and your body and your equilibrium and all that, just like how being on a boat messes with you for a while. So I don't think I like that. I don't want to be trained to get used to those. Anyway, so that is a huge complaint of mine. Other than that, the beeps were good. It didn't beep too bad. I could hear the beeps. It didn't talk to me. I think it spoke once when Roger laid it down on its side, and I think it then said be careful, but yeah, it was very subtle. So I don't know. Anything else that I need to cover? It's a good wheel. It's a really good wheel. If you like safety and stuff, that is definitely a good wheel. And the only thing is, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me to have such a heavy wheel and so little range. That kind of bugs me. But if you're really into safety, then I guess. But I don't know. I would rather have the performance than to have all that safety, and like, I'd rather have firmware to take off the safety and be able to tap into all of the performance. So, but that's a personal preference. So anyways, those are my initial thoughts on the V13. Great wheel, and had a wonderful time testing it. Thank you, Marty. Thank you everyone for joining us today. It was a great ride. We had snow, we had rain, we had fog, we had hail, we had like so much stuff, but we had so much fun, and lots of great memories with great friends. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope this will be a great year for all of us, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.